tips to help what you're manifesting or desiring. First, what might be blocking you? If there are blocks that maybe you're not aware of or you're not realize is a block for you, we want to clear that out of the way and then anchor into the manifestation, what you're wanting to call in, and then fueling all that with the practices I'm going to teach you. Put a comment, what you're wanting to call in, where you're located. I'd love to know, and we can celebrate each other. And celebration is just a whole different vibe. You're infusing that vibe of play, fun, and joy. Whenever we're in the real world, ooh, my hair is so sexy right now. If we want to share with other people around us what we're desiring or manifesting, some people don't believe in that power. They may be blocking that energetic of the manifestation by putting their doubt in it. So you're actually in a space where everyone believes in their power of themselves to manifest. We can celebrate one another's powers and the magic that we have and hold that vision for one another and leverage the magic and energy of the group. Say, this is what I'm calling in. This is what I want. But we're always growing. We're like plants. If you're not growing, you're dying. So with growth, and as we're expanding as humans and we're going on our journey, we will change. Some people will hold us back. One thing that can block us also is people's expectations for us to always stay the same. Like people that you're friends in high school with may be like, oh my gosh, you've changed. As you go through the journey, you keep growing and evolving, you're going to change. Your personality will change because as your personal reality changes, your personality changes. And also when you want your personal reality to change, it requires you to change your personality. If you've been stuck in patterns of negative thinking or just talking about gossip or low vibration things all the time or dwelling on all the bad things and you're not focusing on the good or the joy, you're not playing and having pleasure, then you're blocking your ability to manifest because thoughts become things. So the first thing that we want to watch is what are we thinking? Where are we giving our attention? Because where our attention goes, energy flows. Manifestation is about energy. We're energetic beings. And we're going to use the energy that we have and connect with the energy of the universe and have that alignment so that we can manifest and bring things into our reality. So it's like a boomerang effect. So just think about a boomerang. When you throw something out there, it comes back to you. So if you're always throwing out fears and you're worrying about this, or you're living in the past where you're worrying about everything that happened before and how you're upset and how could they do this to you, and you're just going through those negative thought patterns, or if you're worrying about the future, all you're doing when you're worrying about the future, or you're actually praying, you're using your energy and your attention for those bad things to manifest. You're giving that energy. What you need to do is drop into the present moment. Things like meditation really help with that. Dancing, getting back into your body, letting go of our mind, overthinking, and getting back and dropping into the body and what is our heart desiring. In the comments, keep sharing all the things that you're wanting to manifest. Another thing that can block manifestation is our limiting beliefs. We limit ourselves so much. We can have a limiting belief. A tip that I want to give you is when you're thinking, I want it to manifest this amount of money, think, I would like to manifest $50,000 in my bank account or more. I always say or more. Or if you're wanting something, I want this home or something better, because the universe could actually offer something to you better, and we're limiting the possibilities. We put our limited way of thinking on it. So we want to say, I would like this or something better. I'll take better. I'll take more abundance. And then having the clarity too of the things that you're doing. We're going to go more into the blocks that we can have. Some of the blocks, especially if you're wanting to manifest money, some of the blocks can be things we picked up from our parents and what they would say about money. Sometimes we may grow up in a home and people would say people with money are greedy. Money is the root of all evil. Money is dirty. Those kinds of things. Even your parents may say, wash your hands after you touch money because it's dirty, because it goes through so many things, because there can be germs that we can imprint like, oh, it's dirty, it's bad. Whenever we're young, our subconscious mind is fully open. Imagine our head's a circle and you draw a line, and at the top is the conscious mind, and underneath at the bottom half of the circle is a subconscious mind. From ages 0 to 7, we said we're just all subconscious mind. So subconscious mind is very imprintable. That's why we say kids are like a sponge. We're easily programmed. Even though we may not remember or recall certain things that were being said to our parents from such early ages, but from ages 0 to 7, their thoughts and their beliefs and fears are being downloaded. It's almost like we're this computer software and we had all this old programming downloaded in us. And consciously we may think it's possible, but Actually, majority of our operations, 93% of our actions and what we do in our world comes from our subconscious mind, not even our conscious mind. And we're not aware of it. Our habits, what patterns are we continuing to go into that could be blocking that? And I say that if you're wanting more money, money is an energy, it's currency. Just think a current is energetic. So when you're wanting money, that's a currency. So you want to elevate your energy and your frequency to have it elevated energetic into your life. But again, it's an energy, and money is only an amplifier. So if someone is already an asshole and then they get money, they will just amplify an asshole. If someone is a wonderful person and has something good from their heart they want to share, then that's going to amplify that. So money is just an amplifier. It's not going to make you bad. It's not going to make you greedy. It's your birthright to have abundance, to experience pleasure, to have joy. We were just not meant to come into this world and pay bills and taxes and die. We need to enjoy the journey and then co-create with the universe. Just be aware of what are some subconscious beliefs. I'm accepting the beliefs that were instilled by my parents or my grandparents or people in school, your friends when you're younger, things like that. Those are things that can be blocking. And the other thing, when I talk about your energy level, what frequency are you on? You want to elevate your frequency. Think of it like a radio station. So when there's a radio station on, you want to hear a certain station, you're going to tune in to get to that frequency of that radio station. What you want to do is be this beacon of light. You're an energetic being. Do things that you enjoy, like meditation, dancing, play, joy, love, self-love, all of those things, pleasure that raise your vibration, because then you're elevating your frequency and you're raising your frequency so you can dial into that channel. If we say it's like a TV station, we can turn into certain TV stations. And depending on the frequency and our mindset of what we're willing to listen to and what we're willing to wrap our minds into, we could be watching the crime shows, we could be watching news, we could be watching drama, we could be watching horror films, sports. You can tune to the sports network, the comedy channel. You can tune into romance, lifestyles of the rich and famous, traveling around the world, eating, cooking amazing food. There's all kinds of channels, and a lot of channels you'll notice when you tune to that channel, then the programming along that channel is the same type of shows. So when we tune into a certain frequency, we're tuning into that channel. And if that channel are we watching things like Maury Povich or Wendy Williams, or things that people are talking trash and be negative and complain? Because complain equals drain. When you're around people that are complaining a lot, that's lowering your vibration. When you're tuning into things that aren't serving you, that's lowering your vibration. Because again, your subconscious mind doesn't know. If you're watching where people are being killed, your subconscious mind doesn't realize that this isn't happening in real time for you. You're impacting your energetic system and your frequency. Are you living more in a place of fear or in love and possibility? The other part with manifestation is just appreciating what we already have. Think of it like this. Imagine two parents, they have a child and they're giving the child everything. The child is getting these great toys and they're providing this and that, and has food and shelter. And the child just has no appreciation, zero gratitude for what it's receiving, and just acting spoiled and not having any gratitude. It's important that we have an attitude of gratitude, because it's almost like the universe or source or spirit, whatever you believe in, there's a greater power than you. I'm not here to change anyone's beliefs. I think that we can all tap into what is our own truth. So if it's source, if it's God, whatever that higher calling, that higher energy is looking at us and is saying, oh my gosh, they have a home. They're doing better than so many people in the world. We're here on our computers and our technology. We have internet, we have Wi-Fi, we have this ability. We're doing better than so many people in the world. And then the universe is, oh my gosh, they're acting like spoiled children. Because just like the parent will be like, you know what, that's it. I'm not going to get the kid anything else, because they're not appreciating. It's the same thing with us. We're blocking things off because we don't appreciate where we are now. Like, where are you now? And where were you a year ago from now? And what have you accomplished along the way? And have you celebrated that? And when you have that attitude of gratitude, more things flow your way. You manifest more quickly. So first, appreciating, because what we appreciate appreciates, appreciating all that you have in this moment. So every night when I go to bed, I'm like, thank you, universe, for this day. I'm so blessed. Thank you so much. And I go to sleep with that in my mind. And when I wake up, I'm like, thank you, universe, for another day. Thank you that I have an ability to reach other souls and to share my message with the world. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And just starting and ending my day each day with gratitude is such a game changer. One of the things that I had to do, I used to be in that victim mentality before I entered Tantra. I used to live a victim mindset. And a lot of us do because we've had traumatic upbringings and experiences. And then you're just thinking like, why did all these things happen? And then you want to tell everyone like, oh, this happened and that happened. And you've got to be careful. Those conversations, you don't want to keep giving energy because your subconscious, it's like you're reliving those bad moments. Definitely go to a therapist or someone that you can talk to that can help you process stuff and work through it, but don't keep living there. Be in this present moment so you can go and experience a different reality. But again, to change your personal reality, you have to change your personality. I had to do that for myself. And then I had to do a thing where I would watch my thought for a period of 24 hours. So what am I thinking for 24 hours? And am I going to negative thinking? So often we go into negative thinking. It happens to the best of us. It happens to me. We're human. I'm not putting blame, but just having that awareness and then get yourself to choose a better feeling thought. For me, sometimes if I'm thinking of something bad or I see something bad on TV when I've changed a channel or something comes up that's scary, I learned this from a shaman. I think cancel. And then I visualize a bunch of puppies or kittens or something that brings me joy and think of that, or even just a better feeling emotion. Choose a better feeling thought and try to lean into that a little bit and not